Well, that's kind of awkward, but we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, guys?
What up? What up?
Hey,
Flo?
how you doing, man?
Jeez.
You guys are fucking assholes and fucking weirdos, man.
Don't everybody have one?
Oh yeah, we are kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome, guys. Another exciting episode here at the PlayBook for Life Studios. You know what I mean? Everybody's so far so good. A lot of support, a lot of love out there, man. What's up, guys?
There's a lot, man. There's a lot. And I want to thank everyone for, shouting us out. And, guys, let's just remind y'all what we do. Wellington, hit them with it.
Perfect. So welcome to the Playbook, the guide to life and everything else, where we bring you weekly content on how to empower, influence, and encourage our audience, listeners, and viewers on how to execute on any set goals and look at life as a playbook where you need to win. This is Playbook, guys.
Oh, man. I never get tired of hearing that intro, bro. That's definitely amazing. Super encouraging, motivational. I love it.
Yeah, and people always ask me, well, what's the to win part of things? You know what I mean? Well, because the reason that
Who wants to lose?
We
right?
name it, you know what I mean? It's the playbook, so we want you guys to win. And if you guys follow our
playbook
advice and our playbook, then you might win, right? So,
like when I wake up alive, that's winning for me, man. I can take it from there. As soon as I wake up alive, I have my breakfast, I do my 300 push-ups before I get to the shower.
This nigga said 300 push-ups. He did not say 300 push-ups.
300 push-ups, Scotty?
All right. I might be exaggerated. It's more like 50.
Now we're talking. He said
350.
300.
In my mind, it's 300, but I do like
50.
50. In my mind, it's like 300, but I do like 50.
Oh
my God! Here we go with a donkey over here.
I like.
So who's the donkey in the group?
Jeez, I don't know, bro.
Then why me? Because
you asked the question. That's why.
Oh yeah.
You asked that question.
Jeez, you said 300.
If you don't know who the donkey is, you're the donkey.
Yeah, for real.
I know a donkey has 2 legs.
Damn, these mics are mad loud though.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm not rapping. I'm gonna hear myself like tweet. There we go.
Better?
Now it's
good
better.
Stuff. All right, good stuff.
DJ over here. Perfect. So what's going on, man? Well, how was the weekend? How was the week?
Yeah, man. Exciting week. Just kind of getting busy out there, man. Everybody showing us support. Everybody showing us love so far. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it.
Anything you learned this week that you could share with people?
Before we get into that, actually, hey, want to give a big shout out to my boy Angel Toxina for leaving a comment. Guys, feel free to leave a comment and your review on YouTube. Anytime you go and visit our platform, thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. Again, we're starting from scratch, new beginning, and we appreciate your support. That's very awesome.
You, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, for real.
Thank you for the love.
As far as learning something, did I learn something new this weekend, Louis? That's your question?
Yeah, man. If you ain't learning, you dying, bro. If you ain't growing, you dying, bro.
Shit, man.
I gotta put you on the spot, man, because I feel like a lot of people just be wasting their days on scrolling.
Scrolling.
Just scrolling.
I honestly didn't. That I've learned. Not really. I mean,
wow, you don't learn something new every day.
Damn, why you put him on the spot like that, bro?
I don't know about you, man. What you learn, man? Because, man, we a podcast about motivating.
I like that jacket, though. You look fly, though.
Thank you, man.
It makes you smarter than you actually are, though.
Is
that why you wear it? Is that why you wear it?
That's why I wear it. I got new clients today. That's why.
Oh, yeah. That's why?
I got new clients today. So I usually dress up when I got new clients.
And how about when you have no clients?
That never happens.
And clients. You keep talking. What
that's
do
a
you
good
do?
Answer.
Talking about clients. Let people know what you do.
I sell houses here in the state of Rhode Island. Louis Monroe. www.louismonroe.com is where you can find my blogs.
Yes.
Me just posting stuff, keeping people posted, man. Because I grew up in an area where we didn't learn a goddamn thing about buying houses, how to manage money. They just taught us how to clock into a 9-to-5. And they don't tell you what to do with the money. So I try to do my best by starting up my little blog post about how to get ready to buy a home.
That's dope.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do.
But what did you learn this week and putting me on the fucking spot? What did you learn?
What did I learn? I learned that you didn't learn anything.
Shit.
I'll tell you that much.
You know what I learned? I learned a couple of hot chicks' phone numbers. I can tell you that much.
What is it, hot chicks?
Yeah.
Oh, hot. Okay. You got some hot chick phone numbers?
What do you think I said? I said hot chicks.
I think you said hat tricks.
What?
I thought you said hat tricks.
That's what I said. I was like, he got hat tricks?
I thought you had
hot chicks, man.
Okay, how'd you get the numbers, though? How'd you get the numbers?
Bro, it's easy. You just got to look into their eyes. And just read that phone number right off their eyes, bro. That's how I do it.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
What the hell are you talking
Try it. It always works for me, bro.
401
Well, Louis
642.
I usually make it up in the way. That's what I do.
Louis is married. So
I'm married, man.
I'm part of that.
I'm a married man.
So what's that phone number? 401-555-5555.
5555.
Gotcha.
That's what
Nah,
I see.
Just
dude, like
reach 'em.
dude, to get a girl's phone number, I mean, it all depends. There's a lot of, the plays, how you approach her, but a lot of times it's how you approach them.
It sounds like
you can't sound desperate. One of the best way to approach a girl and get that phone number is to start by complimenting something she's wearing.
okay.
Pay attention to like if she's carrying a book, if she's wearing glasses, if she's wearing a dress, jeans. Her shoes. Compliment her shoes. And be
So
like,
that's a motivation for it. Because,
Yeah.
guys, we recommend for you to listen to this in the morning. So, if there's that girl that you've always been wanting to talk to, just act like Gaudis. Go stare them in the eye until they have to say something to you.
Yeah, but don't be weird about it. Though.
No, you have to stare
don't start
at them
touching
awkwardly.
her too. That don't start touching her. That's
Yeah,
another
don't
thing.
put like your hand on her shoulder.
Oh, whoa,
I know,
whoa,
right?
whoa. Now you're getting into that Bill Cosby, R. Kelly territory,
Whoa.
man. Now you're falling into that territory.
No, he's
we don't want to be there.
He-
We want to stare awkwardly until they have to say something or file a
He's in
restraining
a
not
lot of
gonna have
trouble.
to-
He's in a lot of trouble.
Just
Spin the wheel.
order. Out.
Just bounce.
What do you want, you weirdo?
Exactly.
He's in
You
a lot of
know?
trouble for sure. Oh man, R. Kelly.
I don't, man. I keep my thoughts to myself.
All right, so Gaudis learned that, you know what I'm saying? And see, that's what I mean. Wellington, you got to learn every day. So that way when you come here, you bring value to the people.
Wow.
Guys, I apologize
Wow.
for our leader not bringing something
Leader?
to the table.
He's an asshole.
Dude, what are you doing? So he's doing what?
Mother, you are not the father.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
That was another good show. You guys watched that show a lot.
Yo, that
growing
show
up,
is
right?
hilarious.
Oh my goodness, I
What's the name of the show though?
Maury or Jerry?
No,
Maury.
but
Either
it's so
one.
funny because I read
I
a
fuck with
post.
Maury.
I read a post, and whoever made this post online, it was on Instagram.
Was it a meme?
It was like it was a post, right?
Okay, suppose.
And it was the funniest thing talking about if Maury and Jerry Springers are like in their 70s and they're still creating gossip, don't tell me to act like a grown up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It was like
That's true.
It
though.
was so funny.
That's
like,
true.
wait a minute, if they're doing it at 70, I could do it at 30.
And they're making millions, aren't they? Making like what?
Oh,
do you
just gossip,
Bro,
Like
like-
that's all gossip. Jerry Springer's like a whole.
Oh my god.
Creating that drama and cousins kissing cousins and all
Right?
that, and then just Maury is just more like, let's put this guy on national television and make
On a
sure
hot seat and
that
let's-
he's not the father of a child. Like, think about that. That's insane, man.
It's usually more than one too. That's another funny thing.
It's crazy how people end up there. Cause I saw this one episode where a chick had like 12 dudes on there. Now,
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
when it gets into that like WWE territory. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah,
things just start being fabricated. But it's like 12 dudes, and you're here testing all of them to see who the father is.
That's like, yeah, no, she's just putting yourself
Man,
out
I mean, what do you say?
She likes variety. Come on, there's nothing wrong with having she likes variety. Come
But
on.
what I'm saying, if you're bringing a life into this earth, like, you kind of want to know who the dad is.
At least, right?
At least.
There's people
Sheesh.
that don't, man.
Close your legs, ladies. I'm gonna say it straight up, man. Because if you gotta test 12 people, you're bringing in a life. Nah, man, you can't bring. It takes a village to raise a child, but that's not what they mean. You know what I'm saying?
Don't make the village yourself.
Don't make the village yourself. God
'Cause
damn.
man.
Wow.
But,
you know she stayed busy though with 12.
Yeah, you're damn right. Phone jumping, everything.
Jeez.
That's crazy. How about sports, man? Anybody saw any sports?
I don't watch sports. It's the third
I didn't-
podcast in a row.
But Lewis, I'm asking my buddy here.
He
to
said
my
it too.
left. No sports, so I'm the only
Hell
sports
yeah, I
guy
did
here.
it. I mean, it might be a little bit. Yeah, I did watch it. It was intense though. It was pretty intense. We went to, what was it? 3 minutes after the game. I don't know, but it was intense. I liked it.
That's what I mean. See, we don't watch sports. That's what I'm telling you.
The Pro Bowl was fun, though. I mean, yeah, the Pro Bowl
I didn't
was
even.
fun.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Like I'm better at watching it than I am at explaining like the post game and like I don't get into all of those details as you can tell, obviously. But watching it, I'm an expert on watching it.
Good.
Explaining it, not that. I won't be the. I think Lewis might be better at me than I am.
Nah, I stopped watching sports back in the day because, that takes
Because
a
you have a
toll
baby
on your
now.
heart.
Oh, yeah, definitely,
Takes a
man.
toll
I'd
on
be-
your heart.
I'd
I used to
I'd
be
be
such
nervous.
a fan. I was a San Diego Charger fan before I stopped watching it, but it was because it
But
would
it's a
rip
way. It's
my
a good
heart
way to
out.
entertain yourself, bro.
Not when your favorite team is losing and losing. It just hurts.
Losing is part of life sometimes.
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
Yes.
Losing is part of life.
You
It
have
is.
to know how to accept
and
your
I
defeats.
wasn't engaged enough.
Oh,
to,
so you
to-
just
to
don't like
stick with
losing.
him.
That's what it is.
That's
You don't
what it
just
is.
don't
Yeah,
like
he
losing.
doesn't like that.
I
That's
don't like
He's a
losing.
sore loser.
I
I
know,
don't
right?
like. No,
Yeah,
I
he
He
understand
takes it to
that.
the heart.
You're
Because
fucking
you know what
horrible.
it is when you're watching a sport, you can't do anything to help the situation.
Yes,
so
you can.
What are you gonna do?
Become
can-
a fucking professional.
Yeah, you can cheer for them. Like, come on, man.
You think that's gonna change?
Yeah.
You watching from
That's like-
home
that's like
on
when
your
you jinx-
TV.
That's like when you
it's
jinx.
gonna change.
That's like when you jinx a touchdown. Like when you say, "Watch them touch the touchdown
Nicholas
right now."
Freeze the kicker.
that's if you go into believing curses and jinxes and stuff. I guess. Well, that man. If I can't do anything about the situation,
I don't know about you,
I'm
but let
just
me tell
gonna
you this:
leave it
I'm
alone.
gonna watch this Super Bowl, bro.
Oh, I'll
Like,
watch a Super Bowl.
oh,
I'll
so
hop
now-
in the bandwagon. Yeah, just like you are
Of
right now.
course.
course.
Not me though, because I've said it from the beginning. I'm a diehard.
He doesn't
on.
watch a single.
They can name
game.
two players
Name
besides
two players besides Brady and
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski. Name two people
Oh,
off the
man.
defensive line.
Can you imagine just some random
No,
names?
not imagine. Yeah, say it now. say it
The
now.
McCutcheon
You're
brothers.
on the spot.
Them
As you
McCutcheons.
guys can tell, we're getting a little bit
I
too
said
crazy.
McCutcheons.
Nah,
Them
this is the
McCourtneys.
intro. We got 3 more minutes of just us
Please don't even
bullshitting.
worry about no intro, man.
That's what
now
we
a
do.
a quick thing. Are you guys actually happy with the government getting back up? Let's be on a quick serious note here. Are you guys excited?
Yo,
about
to
the
be honest,
government?
bro, I stopped watching politics once I understood the whole game. Yeah, it's not good for me either.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to learn
But I
a
mean,
little bit
as-
more
as
about it.
far as-
I just don't
individuals-
know. I just don't
But I'm
know.
saying, okay, so you know there was a government shutdown and it lasted 35 days, and our president
True, I heard that.
decided to reopen up the government, to kind of get people paid, because that if you work for the government, you were not getting paid,
Yeah, and that
postal service and
sucks,
stuff like that.
yo.
So you guys happy? I mean, I'm just
Damn,
getting
a lot of
a
people
quick.
get it. That's crazy.
I'm happy
though.
because of the fact that there were people who were dependent on that
Yes.
paycheck, and then for
they're gonna be
the
behind now.
government not to be doing your job to keep it running, and now you got people who it's not their fault
Yeah.
that you guys aren't running. You guys decided to shut it down because you guys couldn't get certain things
But
done.
it,
I
but it
don't
was more
know
than
much
pay.
about
But
it.
it was more than pay. It was like, think about it now. You had certain hospitals like
I mean,
Veteran Affairs.
No, that's
the
what I mean. It's
hospitals.
a lot more than that. That's just one part, and
Yeah.
that's just bad enough. I think. That's
So
just
I'm
bad,
so I'm
bad
I'm
enough.
just happy, because another part of the government reopening is the fact that taxes. People are gonna be able to do their taxes and get funds, and
It's funny you
With
say
them
that because it's
W-2s
tax
on it
season
popping.
too.
yeah, man.
There's gonna be a
taxes
lot of people just destroying that tax money for sure.
Yeah.
Buying cars,
true,
clothes.
Oh,
I'm probably
I
gonna
always
be.
love those. I always love those internet things like, oh, February you got the brand new car. March you're just like in the car, and then like April you're returning it back to the dealership. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh man. So that's cool, man. Yeah. So the government back up. So that I'm extremely excited about that. And like the weather hasn't been that bad for the past couple of days.
It's been nice.
You know what I mean?
I just think we're
Compared-
not gonna get any snow this year at all.
Ah,
period.
snow might.
I mean,
it's
snow a little-
coming.
you think
it's
so?
coming, but I know we're gonna have like, what is it, like an Arctic blast in the next couple of days here in New England, that we're gonna just be
Arctic blast.
we're gonna be frozen outside. We're literally gonna be like
Get
frozen.
out.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty
When
pretty
is that
intense.
coming? That's coming.
Like sometime this week, I want to say. So but then again, see, and that's what I mean. I saw that online. You know what I mean? I was on my phone, and I was just like, looking at that stuff on my phone. You know what I mean? And talking about phones, actually, let's get into this
Wow,
conversation.
the coldest Arctic blast
Yes.
in in at least 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! In parts of the Midwest, we're not in the Midwest. Though.
But they said it's gonna carry over here, unless my phone is on a different time zone. Could be. I have no
This
idea.
is scary.
Hello guys on Instagram.
-24. I apologize for that. Why is it? It's Cox.
What are you looking at right
It's
now?
Cox cable.
Oh God, Louis, just giving
Trying to be the
free,
weather man right
free,
now.
free
no,
promotion.
that
Cox
what you're
cable
doing?
is terrible.
Oh God,
I hate them.
Aren't they going out of business though?
I hope.
Cox cable is. Oh jeez, I don't even
I
want
think
to. I
they
don't
are
even want
the
to get into
business.
that. I don't want to get
I don't
into
use
that.
Cox. Period.
I don't want to get into that. Listen, man. But talking about technology and stuff like that, man. I had like this thought just the other day, just like on my own, just thinking, right?
Yeah.
I feel, and I want you guys to kind of give me that input, and I kind of want to develop that today in the show, right? I want you guys to give me like your take on, is like, are we like, I don't want to say overdosing, but are we giving too much importance to like social media, to electronics? Are we wasting? You know, we kind of
Hell
talked about it
yeah.
last episode and stuff.
I would say,
know?
I mean, I want to tell people right now that, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. This is the main, this is the meat of
This is the
topic.
this is the main
right
course.
here. What?
Okay.
No, because I like this idea. Say that one more time.
The main course.
No. Your thoughts.
Are we?
Are we?
Blue.
Your thought right now.
The
What's
main
another
course
thought?
is.
No, seriously, just the idea of it's like are we giving it too much importance to like the social media or even electronics within themselves? Like, are we just giving it too much importance and we're not actually valuing each other, right? Because, like I said last week, I mean, I know individuals that live on the same street and don't see each other.
They don't see each other.
But
You know,
they're on their Facebook pages and they're texting each other, but they don't really spend that real human quality time, right?
I mean, I mean, like, I think, like, honestly, you know, this kind of electronic have become part of our culture for such a long time now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, you know, how my daughter, I'm always on my phone. And, like, if I'm going out, she has a tablet and I'm focused on something else, I give her the tablet.
Oh,
you
yo,
know? She does
same thing with my kids.
She does her ABC mouse and she does all her stuff. You know what I mean?
My
Like,
son is 5. And by the time he was maybe 2.5, he could get an iPhone, turn on the iPhone and go to YouTube at 2 years old. And now am I guilty about that as a parent? Like, wow, my son, that's great that he knows how to work it, but is he like indulging into something that, you know, he should be more into, I don't know, maybe playing and stuff like that. You see what I mean?
No, I get it. And that's one of the reasons why.
And
And that's one of the reasons why Toys R Us went out of business, because they came up with, statistically speaking, that kids enjoy more, you know, looking at other kids on social media, meaning like on YouTube, watching YouTube videos, and actually playing with toys. You know, the way I look at it is, you know, yeah, you can build your social media, you know, friendship with people, but don't just keep it in social media. You know, create a plan but just invite that person out. Hey, let's meet up. Let's do this. And then when you actually meet with that person, forget about the phone. You know, put the phone to the side.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I go to restaurants and I see, I'll look at the table next door, or sometimes even my own table. I'll be, you know, talking to my wife and stuff, and she'll be on the phone, and I'll be on the phone. And next thing you know, it's like dinner's over, and we're like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, there was no interaction. I just feel like we're moving away from that, right? We're moving away from that. And I think that's a problem. I think that's where we have some issues within our culture, that we're not spending enough time with people that are going through depression.
But that's when you're not being intentional, because that's another thing. Like, people feel so like entitled to always be on the, like, I go to the bathroom with my phone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like you have to consciously make that decision. I'm not gonna bring my phone to the table. You know what I mean? The moment you bring it, you go to a restaurant, you lay it on the table. You know you're gonna, that habit of always reaching for your phone is gonna be there, even if nobody texts you.
And so it's up to the individual, man. You have to, like you just said, you have to make
it's up to the individual.
An attempt to not use it. Like, for example, when me and my girl are eating, me and my wife, I'm sorry, I got married last month, but me and my wife
congratulations
are eating.
Congratulations to that.
Thank you.
He just wants one of these.
How long is it gonna be that marriage for?
Forever, my nigga.
So I like that.
Right now, right, so for when we're eating dinner, when we go out to eat, there's no phones. There's no phones.
I know, but who said that? But who set the rule?
Both
though?
of us. Both.
And you guys consciously, but you guys communicate well when let's say you bring it up and say, hey babe, I'd rather us not focus on our phone, and she agree, right? Because you both have to be willing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Right?
You both have to be willing. I mean, at the end of the day, someone gotta
make a decision.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day,
and it's not always.
And then if you have to really discuss it, pros and cons. You gotta. Are there more pros and are there more cons? In my opinion, there's a lot more cons when you have a phone when you guys are out trying to spend quality time with each other. It's ridiculous to be on your phone when the whole point of being out is to spend time with each other.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that makes no sense to always be on your phone. Like, yeah, like when you're out and about. To be honest, like it bothers me like when people are out in a group and stuff like that, and all of them are just on their phones.
A whole group of people. You can have 10 people in one room and everybody's chilling. Everybody's on their. on their phone.
People
you know
will
what I
try
mean?
to defend it, be like, yeah, but there's cool things and videos and memes and you know what I'm saying.
Right,
But it's
and,
like,
but it's also getting a little bit crazy, right? Because we could
Yeah.
even go into like we could let's dive a little deeper into this topic, right?
let's dive a little deeper.
This guy's an asshole.
How
This is how
deep?
Wellington talks.
No, I do not talk like that.
He
you
talks
asshole.
just like this.
Fuck you, right?
Yo,
Listen,
leave him
right?
alone.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. And now I'm red in the face. And you guys will probably see it.
Look how red he is.
They
you
can point
know-
at him. They can point at him.
Yeah, look how red he is.
But no, seriously, like there's been people driving on their phones. There's been people doing crazy stuff on their phones, and I'll be honest. I've Louis has been with me in the vehicle when I'm looking at my phone the whole time.
I'm
and-
yelling
Just-
at him the whole time.
Just
you
buy
got
a
kids
mount,
in
you
the
know.
back.
You know
Just
what
buy
I
a
mean?
mount, put it on your car.
And it's like
Bugging.
but then there's accidents and life are being impacted by people that are having accidents, and unfortunately people die because of maybe an idiot might have been on the road looking at their phones,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, right? So
Yeah.
so that's and that's what I mean about the topic. Like, wow, are we really like becoming the society that we're like, wow, we can't live without a phone now? You know what I mean?
We
I remember
can't. Well-
growing up. I remember this, ready? And if anybody knows me, and this is a big shout out to some of my good friends that know me for a long time. Like, I grew up on a street that we played every single sports. Listen to this. I played basketball,
No wonder why you love sports so
tennis, right? We played tennis because my
much. Cheerleader?
friends.
You have a cheerleader? No.
We had girls that would be our cheerleader. My sister was, we had, you know what I mean? It was a very great street to live on. I mean, you guys know I came to this country. People that don't know me.
That's why you like watching sports so much, because you never got picked to play on the street.
He was that guy.
I get it.
He was the
That's
guy that was
why
he
I
became
get it.
professional on the bench.
On the bench.
bench.
And now it's just a habit to watch.
You could have just
I
said
got
that
it,
since the
man.
beginning. You
It's
said,
fucking
deep.
It's nothing even fucking like
That's
that.
deep.
Shut the hell up. Listen, let me just say let me say what I'm gonna try to say. Okay.
Okay.
Listen. So in that street, we grew up in sports, or we grew up always doing stuff, playing like maybe like
Different
games,
manhunt,
yeah,
hide and
yeah,
go,
tag.
just
Yeah,
tag,
yeah.
doing all that good stuff. So phones we didn't have, I guess, the access to them. Our parents did. Video game consoles, they've been out forever, but we kind of knew that was more like when you were at home on your own, right? Kind of like thing. It was more important of me meeting you outside and let's play basketball, or let's go get this guy and let's go do this and let's go to the pool together.
It also
you
goes
know?
back all to like what's important to you. You know what I mean? Because I have friends that I have this particular friend that he has a video game. He works 3 jobs and he play games and he smoke weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so for
yeah,
him,
yeah.
that's that for him is life. You know what I mean? He likes playing video games all the time. He's always getting high. There's nothing wrong with that. And it bothers you.
Does he have kids?
He does have kids.
He has a girl?
Yeah, he has a girl.
Okay.
Has a girl, 6-year-old girl.
Nice.
But it'll go back to what is important to you. If playing video game, being on your phone, like I see him like when he's at the gym, always recording himself. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't record myself all the time. He does it all the time.
You sure? No, you don't record yourself all the time?
I don't, not all the time.
Listen, if you guys follow this guy on social media, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This guy's on
I
that
should
phone.
record myself more though. I should.
Oh,
I
my
should record
goodness.
myself more.
Louis, what's your take on Cody's recording himself in the gym?
I think actually for progress that's actually pretty good, man. Because
Right,
sometimes
He's fucking juicing.
put him on blast. Nah, that's so I don't know. It's cool because when you're watching yourself in the mirror every freaking day, you're not gonna notice the little changes. So when you record yourself, it's kind of like you can go back and be like, "Oh man, I came a really long way." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's pretty cool. You know.
But you see what I'm saying? Now at a gym, you have people on their phones just
You have people
worrying more and more about what they look like at their physique to put it out on social media for them to be accepted. Because now, my personal take, now you're not worried about what your wife has to say or your mother, your best friend, your sister. Now you're worried about such and such that lives in such and such place is going to give you a like. And because he gave you a like on social media, you're important. Fuck that.
Yeah. I mean,
But you see where I'm going? How my thought of it was more like, wow, man, this is like, it's really becoming crazy out there. How people are giving it more importance to spending quality time with loved ones.
And
right?
you know what the funny thing too is? Like, I like the analytics about like how much it tells you how much time you're actually being invested in like using your phone or Instagram or I was gonna say MySpace, but as you guys know, it's Facebook now.
Jesus.
It like an hour. Most people spend like an hour on their phone, like on Instagram. I mean, you can do something else within the hour, but it's also more like, dude, if this is how I feel comfortable being with myself, always being on the phone, always have to respond to other people, then some people are gonna be like that, and it's sad that we can't say enough to change that.
Or find the medium, right? Because I just feel it's going so, like, the scale. It's just so into electronics media
one-sided
right now, right? And don't get me wrong. I mean, I do know parents and I do know individuals like Lewis that we're gonna have dinner, we're gonna put this away. Yeah. But that's very far and few. I mean, I'm telling you,
you just have to be intentional. If you go out, let's say if you go out, you just met this new girl and you want to take her on a date. One of the things you're not gonna be.
Oh, you met a guy, because we.
Or a guy, or a guy. Like, one of the things you're not gonna do when you go on the first date is be on your phone. Like, let's be real about it. You're not gonna be on the phone. 3 months later, 5 months later down the line, you know what I mean? You guys are constantly on the phone. Yep. You can be in the same room and not chatting with each other. I mean, what happened? You know what I mean? So you have to decide what's priority.
And that's what I mean, Lewis. And this is where I was going with this. Ready? If we are giving importance to stuff like this kind of material stuff, right? We're not really noticing, we're not seeing if someone is actually being affected by anything. Like depression. Depression is a real thing, right? How can I know if one of my friends is depressed if I'm not having a conversation with him on a constant one-on-one basis? I'm more on social media, and he posts a happy quote, but he might have depression. You see what I mean?
And that's like, and that's one of the things also. Like, okay, it's great to always post when you're happy, but if you feel like fuck life, because I feel like saying fuck life, but I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm having a bad day. There's nothing wrong with posting a bad day.
That's what I mean.
But most people, obviously, including myself, you know what I mean? I always post because we want to like trigger that positive mindset.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I mean. That everything you see on social media, it's always the perfect. This guy has the perfect life.
Like, it's okay, guys, to post when you're sad. Hey, I'm having a bad day. Like, you can post, out of 10, I feel like a 6 today. And then just try to make it to a 10. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's hard for people. Like, not everyone wants to go out there and talk about how sad they are and stuff like that.
Not if you do it constantly. I get it.
Yeah,
because that can be depressing for everybody else. But if you...
But what if that's all that person feels constantly? It's sad constantly.
But then wouldn't someone that's close to them be like, wow, I need to talk to this person?
Yeah, reach out to them.
You would reach out to that person. But we're sometimes so into our own little world, right? Into this own little. We all like attention. We all like attention. We all enjoy attention, and the good intention is coming from the right person, and sometimes not necessarily the right person. You know what I mean? But somebody that actually would take the action to give something of value that can cheer you up. Listen, and I'll say this: my wife takes 20 to 30 pictures before she posts one. I'm like, come on. It's
she likes to look good, man.
I get it, but it's
how much time is being spent doing
to take 30 pictures to post one picture? And I tell her all the time, you're beautiful no matter what.
I used to do that, but the thing is, it doesn't matter how.
Apparently, you're not telling her enough, man.
It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter how many times you tell them. They are the one that see their imperfection. They are the one that see their imperfection.
And that's what I'm saying. Like going back to like the electronics.
Again, I'm sorry to cut you off. And again, it's not like we're just bashing that electronics are bad. There's good and there's also bad.
Oh,
like you can go on YouTube and find like an "I love you" or a nice quote. And just send that quote to your girl. You know what I mean? Even if she's having a good day or a bad day, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, there's great electronics. There's great stuff. I mean, a computer.
It's a powerful tool.
A computer is electronics. A phone is electronics. A GPS, it's electronics. How would you know to get somewhere, right? Without something like that.
I would never imagine. Picture yourself like how people did it back in the days.
It's crazy, man.
Imagine me. Baby, I'm gonna take you to this nice place in Boston, but we're gonna have to figure our way all the way.
We're just gonna ask random people on the street.
Just gonna stop.
Hey, listen, do you know how to get to that place? Yeah, you're gonna take 3 lights to the left, and then you're gonna turn.
You know what's nuts though? In the future, it's gonna be like, wow, people used to drive themselves around.
You know what I mean?
That's gonna be nuts. Like how people used to drive.
My goodness, what? It's so funny. Right?
That's
Listen to this.
Crazy.
No, how you said that right now about directions.
Yeah. yeah.
In the Dominican Republic, my country, right? In the Dominican
my God.
Republic, there was a gentleman that was looking for directions, and he asked this guy, "Hey, listen, how can I get to this street?" The guy's like, "Simple. You're gonna go straight. Your second street where all the cars are at, you're gonna see a lot of cars parked. That's the street you're looking for." The guy asks him, "If there's no cars," the guy's like, "Well, that's not the right street then." You have to
Oh my God. Are you serious?
So if there's cars, you're on the street. If there's no cars, you're not on the street. Like direction wise,
Wow.
right? That's
Yeah.
insane. Like, you know what I mean? Like back then it was just like,
You know what sucks about like asking people for direction? It's like you come up to somebody hoping that they're gonna tell you, that they're gonna grab you by your hand
And take you.
there.
They don't.
And
Trust me.
once they tell you take a second left and then a right, that's it. You lost.
Oh my goodness,
And then you
man.
stop like 5 minutes later, asking somebody else.
Somebody else.
And then somebody else give you direction.
Oh,
And
I love to ask someone that's not even. So you kind of own up to asking someone the directions. Hey, listen, do you know where this is? I'm not from around here. God,
Yeah, it sucks.
Yo,
You build up the
I
courage
used
to
to
do
do
it.
you build up the courage to ask somebody.
Hey, you.
So
Damn,
So
you know.
I would be like, so how did you get here? If
You
you're
know
not
what I mean?
from around, like, how did you get here?
It's like you're not even from around here. That's happened to me many times. In New York, oh my goodness. I'm looking for not from here, man. Oh,
from here.
shit.
Oh my God.
Everyone a tourist?
You know what I mean? But like seriously though, like, you know, like I feel like there's certain things that are good as far as electronics. And
I
even
would say,
social
yeah, you
media.
just have to have a like a hand on it. You know what I'm saying? You have to really understand when it's good and when it's not good, when it's detrimental and when it's gonna be a positive in your day. So for example, like going back to the rules, like if you're out with your kids, you just kind of stay off your phone and really appreciate them growing up right in front of your eyes. And those rules come into play with this quote by Socrates, I believe it was. Yep, it is Socrates.
What's the quote?
The undisciplined life is an insane life. So you have to
Yes,
have certain
yes.
rules in play for yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is the playbook. There are certain rules in order to make these plays work. If you're
True.
spending an hour or two a day just scrolling on Instagram, that's an hour or two you could be reading something to better your life.
Right.
If you don't know what to do with your life, spend an hour or two on Googling what to do with my life. Like,
Yeah,
just going down Instagram. These platforms are meant to keep you there and do nothing, bro. Because a lot of these businesses around the world, they're pretty much set in stone and they just want workers. And
A good
they wanna
analogy,
keep
a good
you
analogy that I
brainwashed.
use, it might not be the best one, is like, you know, picture a knife. You know, if you have a knife on your right hand, you know, you can either use it to, you know, cut an apple or hurt somebody. It's not that the knife, it's bad. It's the person holding the knife
Your
that turned it
intentions.
into, you know, it's your intention. So you have to be intentional. And it all goes back to like what you said, you know what I mean? If you are intentional, when you go out, you're going to notice the difference as opposed to when you go out with no intention at all. Like picture going somewhere, like we would just say about direction. Picture going somewhere and you're not being intentional about where exactly you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You're never gonna get to that place. But if you know an end destination and what you want to get out of that, then you're good. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
And no, and like I mean, to the point as far as, you know, what Socrates is saying, like you need discipline. You know what I mean? You need to make sure that, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate an hour to my kids, or I'm gonna turn the phone off for now. I'm gonna watch a movie with my wife and my kids.
And
I'm
there's so
gonna
much
go
going on.
out and I'm gonna meditate. You know what I mean? Like you have to be disciplined. I'm not saying 100% that social media is bad or electronics.
No, we're not bashing on
I'm
social
just-
media
I'm
or
just
You're
saying-
probably
all
listening to
electronics.
this. On
Yeah,
You-
because
you know
we
what I
are
mean?
on social media. It's just
I'm just more like you have to be like conscious of what, going to your point, Louis, what you're bringing in. Because if you like to be on YouTube, like we're on YouTube, well, create a channel and provide content to people. If you like to be on Instagram, right, make sure that you're creating something that people can benefit from. Because then you don't want to just be a robot and just be like this
Because
at
that's
work.
when that overdosing takes into place. You're overdosing on social media to the point where you're just a zombie.
it becomes
And you have
such a-
nothing to say when you're off of it, and you're
Right,
just
it's-
scrolling.
and you become
scrolling.
it becomes such a habit that when you're in a group of people that nobody's on their phone, you don't know how to initiate that conversation.
Yes, exactly. It's so
I mean,
weird.
you're
Yep.
great on social media, commenting on other people, expressing your thoughts, but then when you're in front of a group, in front of people that are not that you're interacting, then you're lost. Then you
Super
feel
lost,
like
man.
you feel lost. You feel like you're not part of it because you're being so vested in like your phone. You know what I mean?
And,
All
and,
the time.
and it's like I said, I mean, it could be even like video games real quick. Let's talk about that. Like, yo, I'm a big gamer. Like, I love video games. I mean,
He's a big gamer. He's a big sport fan.
Musician. I love music.
Cheerleader. He used to be a no cheerleader. All right. What was it?
Jesus, fuck.
Sideline watcher.
Sideline watcher. You asshole.
The bench warmer. Yeah, the bench warmer.
You fucking water boy, towel boy, Rob. You know what I mean? But like an example.
Bobby Boucher ass.
Look at motherfucker. But seriously though, right? Like, so an example, like on the video game side of things, you know what I mean? I know people that would, like, growing up, high school and stuff, I would, you know, the Maddens, the NBA 2Ks, even the Call of Duties and stuff, that was always like great and stuff. But it got to a point that like people were using it to do harm. Right? I don't know if you guys ever heard of
there are people making a lot of money right
now. Oh,
no,
money, yeah, but I'm talking about harm.
Tons of money.
So listen to this, ready? There was, oh my goodness, and I forgot the term of it, but you could probably find it. How people
figure it out.
How people would go, and if you and I are playing,
yeah,
and you got on my fucking nerves, right, Cody? You got my fucking nerves.
Yeah.
You're beating me. You're killing me. You're doing whatever. I would find your IP address through the video game.
Yeah.
And I would call your local 911 and say, hey, listen.
Are you serious?
There's this person that has a hostage in this house. You should go see.
No way. That's going to an extreme.
And then people would just be online waiting for the YouTuber. They would wait online when cops come in and like, everybody down. Or the SWAT would come in.
What?
And
that's too much.
And you would see the kids like with the controls in their hands like paranoid because what the hell's going on? Because if you have these on and I'm talking to a gamer talking about,
you got the sound effects, everything.
You know, shoot. You know what I mean? He's behind you. You know what I mean? Oh, I need to reload. The person that's behind that door has no idea what's happening in this room.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
True.
So, bro, it was like, and that's what I mean. Once again, we have great platforms. We have great electronics. We have great things happening in the technology sector. But we also have to know how to really.
And it's just getting better.
But we also have to know how to measure it, like Louis said, right? We have to know how to really be out there and say, you know what? I'm gonna give you know, time to my family, to
guys,
my friends,
for
and
you
stuff like
that are listening, you know, we would appreciate if you can leave your comment about, you know, the conversation we have around the comments or topic. You know, what's something that you do on the phone right now that you knew if you could change it a little bit, we make a difference, a positive impact in what you do on your daily routine.
When do you put your phone away? You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. When do you put the phone away? I want to know what are the times that people are putting it away.
And putting it away doesn't mean just putting it in your pocket. It means just putting it in a different room.
When do you put your phone away? At what
when I go to bed.
When you go to bed. Okay.
When I go to bed.
Me too. My phone is probably on me. I mean, the whole day. But I mean, as far as putting away, out of the day, I want to say, time-wise, maybe for about an hour.
If I'm doing creative work, it's away, though.
If I'm working and stuff like that, obviously I'm not on my phone. But at home and stuff, I mean, I'm on my phone constant. My wife is on her phone as well sometimes. And my sons are always on our devices and stuff like that. So time-wise, probably bedtime.
Yeah, I don't mind. Look, I don't mind being on Instagram looking at hot chicks. Did I say it right, Louis?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You know,
so
I don't mind being on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. If I'm learning something, cool. Once I learn something cool, I don't mind being on the phone, you know, interacting with other people, getting in touch. Because again, that's another thing. You might have a friend that you haven't interacting in a long time, and then he texts you, "Oh, I like your picture. Wait, what are you doing? Let's get together this weekend." You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like an example, like Facebook is a great platform, right? In the sense of how it's connecting everyone around the world, technically speaking, because we also know there was another part of Facebook that didn't go so well, right? But it's meant to connect you with people that you don't see on a daily basis. Maybe family back home,
and people do cheat for those who cheat too. You know.
Right. So this guy right here is on a fucking roll today. You know what I mean? This guy is just.
What do you mean? Listen, we talking about the good. You talk about the bad. You got to talk about everything. You know what I mean?
The bad, yeah, but he's on a roll. So yeah, girls, if you didn't know, he's a ladies' man.
Yeah.
You know
so
I mean?
Just so you know, just because you have Facebook and you have a lot of friends, it doesn't mean that you can just hit your ex-girlfriend friend and hit her up, come over. Guys, don't do that.
He's
please.
been caught.
I have been caught. Never.
If not, you're gonna hear this.
I have.
And that's gonna be a problem.
Yo,
Okay?
what you guys talking about? You know what? We going live. You know that. You know they're gonna see this video, right?
I'm gonna say this about the our whole topic overall about the overdosing on social media,
Giving it too much priority. Yeah.
I want to say I'm gonna go on like on a 2-3 minute rant right now.
Go ahead.
So this is my
Take off.
perspective on this. So overall, I think it's just overdosing on entertainment as a whole. Now the reason why I say that is because back in the day, right now, I need y'all to stick with me on this story time.
I like it when he gets like this, like his
and
voice
we're gonna
just
go
changes.
back.
Ah, he's a fucking.
This
asshole.
is cocaine's a hell of a drug. So check this out, right? You go back, right? Way back when there was no phones, no TVs in the house, not even a radio, right? For the most part, in my brain, right, when you had entertainment, it was right in front of you. Am I right? Am I correct? Right?
Yeah.
When there was no screens, no nothing, entertainment was right in front of you. The play is in town, right? That was a phrase. The play is in town. Boom, you go out and you go see the play. What happens after you go see what happens when you're there at the play, right? You're sitting down, absorbing this art in front of you.
Yep.
Someone put something together, now you're sitting there and you're absorbing that, right? That's entertainment. You're sitting there with no thoughts, mindless, just being entertained. What happens after you leave? Boom, next day you go to the barber shop. Now you're talking it up, chit-chatting it up with people. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, they go to the salon, talk it up. You're on the porch. You're chilling on the stoop. You're having interactions about what happened. Ideas are now being exchanged. Oh, you know what would have been cool if they had done this during this part. Oh, you know what would have been even better if they had done this during the part.
That's a great way to look at it.
Even taking out like metaphors from it. But what did you think about this part? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that relates to like there were conversations going on?
But
After that, hold on, I'm not done, man. I still got like 2 more minutes on this rant. Then you fast forward that into TVs, right? So instead of just waiting for the play to be in town, now you got the play right in front of you.
Yep.
So now instead of being quiet and mindless for just an hour of your day for the month, now you're on it constantly with the TV. Then they were like, okay, this is working. More and more people are staying inside, but there's still people outside. What do? Let's give them cell phones. Now let's make the screen even smaller.
Yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's my opinion is that
being systemized.
we're being systemized to just be thoughtless, reactive creatures. Now that's just my little theory that I have. I be
Enemy
like,
of the state.
I mean, I think great insight. I mean, I agree with a lot of what he said.
And it's so funny because there's even movies out there that kind of are, that kind of keep you woke.
1984. You should watch that movie or read the book. Either one.
George
guys.
Orwell, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
he reads.
yeah. Either one, guys. Either one.
But there's movies out there. Like an example, I'll even give you a quick movie.
The
like
Matrix.
No, but I'm serious. Listen.
What?
Okay.
That was one
blue
of the best
pill,
movies
red
ever.
pill.
What? Watch
He would
it.
take the blue
Watch
pill.
it. We
I
gotta
would
be
take
woke.
the green pill.
Stay woke.
The green pill. All right. But like an example, Enemy of the State. It's a great movie. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Right. And they talk about how you could actually be tracked through devices. Right.
Yes.
And even the
Now that
last
sucks though.
the last Fast and the Furious. Right.
Yeah.
When it was like it was called the Eye or whatever it was called. Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah,
How
yeah.
everything could be trackable. If
Yep.
it's a light. If it's a camera. If it's a computer. So that's what I mean,
In
guys.
The Dark Knight too.
The Dark
You remember
Knight,
that
yep,
part
in The
where
Dark
all
Knight,
the
yep.
cell phones became
Exactly,
something to see the city.
You gotta remember, man. It's we live in a culture now that like I said, that's the bad part of having too much access to.
But
this,
again,
right?
that's not the thing. Like we all have to be conscious of the fact that it's not going to change. What can change or improve is our perspective of how we view, everything around us when it comes to social media, using our devices, anything like that. Like what's next? We have a cell phone now. Like what's gonna be next?
Can I ask you guys one question?
What is it?
Check this out. You guys have kids, right? I don't have a kid yet. He's on his way. You know what I'm saying? May 4th. May the force be with you. So check this out.
Freaking out already.
Do you guys think that a cell phone? Now hold on. Let me say this. I think a cell phone should be introduced at and this is more in the theory sense. I think a cell phone should be introduced at 18 to 21 because of the addictive
nature
of it.
Yeah.
Because for example, check this out though. With alcohol and cigarettes, they're illegal. In my opinion, I think they're illegal because they're addictive. You can get addictive to these things and destroy your life.
True.
Now, what separates those things from
I like it. I know where he's
I see
going.
where
You
you're
know what I'm
going.
I see
saying?
where he's
From
going.
giving a
Good
cell
shit.
phone so early. Because if you take away a cell phone from a kid right now, nowadays, he'll lose his mind.
Oh, he
Oh
will
yeah,
lose his mind.
my
He'll lose his
my
mind.
He will
son the other
fight you.
day.
He will fight
My
you.
son the other day, I took it was a family gathering. I took his phone away. He was watching like a Super Mario how-to video or whatever, right? And he lost his shit. Like on the floor rolling.
So
I'm like, this is
So
out
let
of
me
this
tell you
world.
something, right? Because I can relate to you, right? I have a daughter, and again, like it's all how you also prepare your kid and how you educate your kid. Not saying that you don't educate your kid.
no.
You know what I mean? My daughter has a tablet, right? So she's starting to learn Spanish, right? So one of the things that I do is, hey, baby, we're gonna put the timer on the tablet for 3 hours. After the timer goes off, you can switch it to English. And it took me at least 3 tries before she actually really like genuinely would go with what I said. You know what I mean? But I set the standard in the beginning. I say, baby, you know, you're Dominican, you have Cape Verdean also. I would love for you to start learning Spanish, and this is a way that we're gonna do it.
Good shit.
Would you be okay? And I dude, like
Yeah.
she's 5 years old, and would you be okay if we listen to a movie for 3 hours, and then once the timer goes off, you can change it to English for the rest of the day? And she agreed. You know what I mean? Another thing is like we said earlier, if you set the standard for yourself first, it would be so much easier for your son, because like what you were saying, the difference between cigarette or alcohol, yeah, we have to wait till we're 21 to legally drink, doesn't mean you didn't drink before you turn 21. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, as opposed to a phone, because we're so attached to the phone, we get into the mindset of believing like a phone is not dangerous.
So he
because
just
it's not,
gave-
a
he
phone is
gave-
not dangerous because it's not alcohol, or because it's not you know.
But he gave his perspective on time. You have a daughter, you said. At
Yeah.
what age is your daughter gonna have a phone? In your opinion?
I mean, you know, look at it this way. What is she gonna need the phone for? Is she gonna need the phone to get in contact with me when I pick her up?
Just
yes.
in what's
So general
when?
time, I'm thinking 12, 13 years old.
I would
12,
I would
13 years
I would
old would be
I would
a
concur
good age.
into like 13, 14, like into
But she been
that.
using but she been using the tablet all along. You know what I mean? So by the time she
Right.
gets to the phone, she already have been, you know,
But the
so
the
into this
phone-
habit of you know, using the tablet and social
technology.
media and YouTube. You know what I mean? So I'm just introducing her to something new,
Communication-wise
something
now.
new, not different. You know what I
Correct,
mean?
true.
Something new, a new device, not something different, because she's the same thing she's gonna do on the tablet, she can do on the phone. Obviously, there's gonna be more restriction. Obviously, you know.
Right. See, like an example, in my case, I'm looking at the same thing, 13, 14.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that, 7th, 8th grader, you know what I mean, with a device, because now you have to communicate with me, right? You have to let me know where are you. You have to let me know if something's going on. You
Okay,
have to let me
actually,
know.
so smartphone at that age, or just a phone to make a phone call?
Smartphones.
Smartphone?
If you can find a dump phone, I would give my daughter a dump phone.
Because what am I going to give him, a flip phone?
Yeah.
you can.
Good
Yeah.
shit.
You
Lewis.
can, guys. For
No,
you
'cause that's the
listening,
whole topic
for
of
you
this.
listening to,
That's such an addictive device. Do you want to give something like that to a kid whose mind hasn't even fully matured?
that's
True.
fine. You can give it. I think it's just like if you focus on. My daughter needs to learn 10 words by the end of the day, and then she can use the phone. If you don't learn those 10 words, you're not getting the phone.
So
Period.
I mean, yeah. So
But
like,
and
You
then
know what I mean? Period.
And
Like,
I
you're
know
not
his,
getting the phone.
His point of it is more like if you educate your kids or
gotta prioritize.
or you're educated, that device is only going to be used for what it's meant for.
Let the child know it's a tool that can be used for good and
And
can
for
be used
bad.
for
okay,
bad.
so let them
them
know
understand. Yeah, talk to them
that
like
you could waste your whole life because of this,
Yeah.
or you can make your life
Technically.
amazing.
Technically.
It's all in how you use it.
Guys, for you listening
just
on
like your
iTunes,
brain, just like your brain, right?
on iTunes and YouTube, leave your comment below. At what age do you think you would let, for those who have children right now, you allow your child to have a cell phone?
Shout outs to Nike for sponsoring the show.
Nike, yes, thank
Got
you.
to speak it into existence, man.
Oh,
they're not. They're not sponsoring our show,
Fucking
but
God.
Not
like-
yet.
if you wanna
not
tag
yet.
Nike down
Not
below.
yet.
Go ahead, because they're all about like sports and motivation. This
Dude,
is a motivational
we're gonna-
show.
dude, we're
Listen
gonna-
to this in the morning, guys. In the morning.
Is the best time of the day to start
It's
listening.
an hour
guys.
podcast while you're getting ready and everything. Just throw it on.
You drive to work, you know what I mean? So
drive
I
to
mean,
work.
you know, let's just do it. Let's recap it, Cowdies. Give me overall as far as you know what I was talking about. Give me
Overall, well, considering what the conversation we were talking about, you know, are we prioritizing devices too much? A couple of things I would say. 3 things. You know, be conscious and educate yourself. Or reassess yourself. How much are you using your phone and what are you using it for? And if you have kid like myself, you know, talk to them like a grown up. Hey, let them know this is a tablet. You have a timeline. You're only gonna use it for 2 hours, and be conscious of what they're also watching. 'Cause that's another thing. Again, don't let your life be so consumed by the social media, the Facebook. Focus on your priority first and what's important to you, and then give yourself enough, flexibility for you to, go online and do some stuff. Just be conscious of the fact that being on the phone 24/7 it's just not life. Honestly,
And-
that's the way I look at it.
and look for for me to just look for signs of people that you know how nice it is, and like I said earlier, you know how cool it was for me growing up, knowing that I could go 3 houses down, knock on my friend's door, and we could play sports without having to be on our phones. You know what I mean? You know how cool it was for us to just have that niche and grow up to find out about each other? Because you guys have friends out there, right? Your best friend. Yeah, you go to school together, you guys play video games together, but what do you really know? Like, I could tell you everybody that I'd encountered in that street. I went to every house on that street.
Yeah.
I met every parent on that street. We ate food together on that street. You know what I'm trying to tell you? So I know nowadays that sounds like, foreign language, right? But
So
I still believe this thing.
So basically, you're saying also, in a sense, like spending time,
yes.
like physically, like face-to-face conversation.
Listen, it was the
Yeah,
best
that
conversations I've ever had in my life were on my stoop. The porch.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
some of
believe
the best conversations that I've ever had, even with my friends at a younger age. I'm talking about 11, 12, 13 years old. That's when you kind of knew what you wanted to be when you grew up. That's when you saw all the new cars driving by. You're like, I want that when I grow up. Or I want to do what he's doing when I grow up. Because you had that. You had your friends with you. I remember walking into the corner stores like a gang. We were like 7 of us walking to a corner store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. You know what I mean? It was a great block, man. It was and people that know me know exactly what I'm talking about. So
Damn, as soon as you said that, I started thinking about zebra cakes. I love zebra cakes.
cakes,
Never had that before.
oatmeal.
What is that?
Never had zebra cakes?
Nah. What is it?
We are going.
Maybe
today
I have
after this.
Maybe I have it. I
Yes.
just don't remember.
I'm gonna get you one after this. All right. So yeah, you know what I mean. But overall, guys, I mean, just kind of keep that in mind.
Nah, I never had that before. Nah.
What?
It looks delicious though.
Right.
It is.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That's
It was.
dope.
Wellington
I
would
like
know.
that.
Wellington would know. You're a fucking asshole.
Do they sell it? Do they still sell it now?
Of course they do. It's a. You said I would fucking know. You're an asshole.
Honey buns?
Honey buns.
I
is the
see, I
shit,
told you, you know.
But good stuff, man. Louis, I don't
So,
know. Yeah, anything you want to just add on to that?
I mean,
you
I
know?
was just going to say, man, just be like, technology is a beautiful thing, man. When it works the way it should work, and it should be used the way it should be used. But yeah, just don't overdose on it, man, because too much of anything, we all know that, like, too much of anything is a bad thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna say proceed with caution and educate your kids.
Good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
no,
Good
absolutely. I like again, the cell phone, the social media all go together is a bridge to connect. It's all how intentional are you in what you want to accomplish. You know, if for some people, wasting time is their thing. Why? Because they have no goals, they have no aspiration, and sometimes they live their life through other people's eyes. You know what I mean? Looking at other people's pictures, or girls looking at other girls wanting to be like her. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly what I mean. I mean, I want our listeners, our subscribers, our Instagram followers. You don't have to be that person. You don't have to be that person to say, well, I want to be like that person. You yourself have qualities that the world needs.
Of
Tell 'em,
course.
preach.
You know what I mean? Seriously, like, you know what I
Tell
mean?
'em.
You don't have to be like that person that gets, well, I want to be like that person on Instagram because they have a Ferrari. Well, you don't know if that person sold their soul to
You
the
can
devil.
model.
You know what I mean? Like,
You can model.
know.
You can model good
You know?
behavior, though. You can model good
You know what I'm
behavior.
saying? You don't know if that person is the worst person inside, and we all know that, right? Some people always say like, "Oh yeah, you're living that Instagram life or that that Facebook life or whatever." And in reality, they're miserable. You know what I mean? There's miserable. I mean, Louis,
Because people are looking
you're a
for
comedian.
people are looking for approve, like for other people to approve of what they. Oh, if I don't get 300 likes on my picture, then I don't feel significant. Like going back to that,
Yes.
dude. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed and wake up the next day, you are significant. Just know that for yourself.
You are beautiful.
I don't.
Okay, whoever's listening.
The way
to
I look
this.
at it is, for me, if I post a picture, I'm not posting it for the world. I'm posting it for me.
For
because
yourself.
I'm expressing,
Yep.
obviously, to my line of group, my line of friends, obviously on Instagram. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. I mean, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's
You
not
know?
about like how many likes I can get. It's about me expressing myself and using a platform to promote myself, to show other people what I'm all about. Because people can look you up. People look you up, how handsome you are, how good you dress, how this, and then based on what you look, they make a prejudgment on how you are in person.
It's like a little
yeah,
modern resume.
true.
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
Like a modern resume.
It's like a
You know?
resume, yeah.
They go there and people are Instagram famous and they're Facebook and YouTube famous, which is great. That's great to have that to create a platform for you to express your talent, your gift, or just to be known in the world. But we all have to be responsible to do that. And then, like I said, it's just more importantly, just you live your life. You know what I mean? You deal with the cards that were dealt. You know what I mean? And you just make poker out of it. You know what I mean? So
Play the cards.
you know what I mean? So yeah, man. So like I said, I mean, next week's
This
episode,
is
we got
Playbook
some
for
good
Life,
stuff.
guys. Playbook for Life.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So next week episode,
Yes, it's the power of dream.
Power of Dreams.
Power of Dream.
So people might
we are all
misunderstand that,
big
like,
dreamers.
There we go. That's where I want to go. You
Dreamers,
know what I mean?
dreamers.
How to really take a dream's idea, or even just, it doesn't have to be a sleeping dream. It could just be an idea that you just have as like a dream, and you
Like
want to
an
make
actual
sure.
dream. Like
Dude, a
Yeah.
dream could be going
So,
from
dream.
You know what I mean? So, so it's okay. We're just
a
doing
a
this,
dream
you
could
know?
be going from like that 500 credit score to turn it into a 750. That could be a dream.
That's you want
what I
to
mean?
you want to
Be
do
something
big
small like that.
big things. You know what I'm saying? Lewis, let them know where they can find us, where they can see us.
Guys, you guys can see us on your computer screens or your telephone screens.
Guys drunk.
Or your cell phone screens.
Guys fucking
Any kind of
drunk.
screen that you screen on, you can screen us. Peace. Now
This fucking
This is
guy.
we are
Playbook for Life.
on. What are we on? We're on YouTube. We are on iTunes, guys. That's so cool because we just from three guys from the hood. To be on iTunes is
Tell them
pretty.
what's the. It's pretty dope, right?
Made my mom smile. I was like, "Mom, look, we're on iTunes." She was
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Yeah."
pretty
So
good.
I was like,
Yeah,
don't,
them
even go,
onions.
don't even go into details.
Right?
You know?
It's
gonna be
a
like,
radio
what?
station. It's a radio.
Good
Right.
stuff.
Digital radio station.
Guys,
So
thank you so
iTunes,
much for your
YouTube,
support.
Instagram, Facebook, Playbook for Life. Playbook FOUR.
Yes.
Life.
Yes, guys, and another thing also that I also want to mention is feel free to leave your comment, feedback. We want to know how we're doing. That's, if you like it, let us know. And if you don't like it, then what can we improve? Because at the end of the day, this is not just for us. This is for everyone. Our
But
goal is
mostly
to-
for us.
Yes.
But if you want to chime in your comments, sure.
And let's not forget
might take
turn
it
the hat
into
around. So
Yes,
make sure
consideration.
that once again that we have not forgot, as far as the some conscious stuff happening. So soon, you guys will know about how to get some cool merch, man.
Some merch.
All right.
Yes,
So
this
so,
hat is lit. A lot of people be asking me
so-
about it. I went to the gym and
so
what's
be on the
Playbook?
lookout.
What's Playbook?
Lewis, I think you can see the sticker on your side too. There's a
Yeah.
there's a sticker there as well. So
It's a sticker, guys.
you
Hit
could,
us up for stickers if you
you
want a
could-
sticker.
You could also
So we can stick
check
you
it out,
with a
man.
sticker.
But nah, man, that's it, man.
Let's
It's
wrap it up.
It's been
It's been
fun. It's been cool.
It's been lit.
And it's been
awesome.
exciting. All right, guys. So
And
that's,
again, one more time, this is Playbook for Life.
all right. Bye.
Bye.